What is going on, everyone? Sorry, just broadcasting this to Discord. What is poppin'? Hold up. How's it going, everyone? How's it going? Hey, what up, truck nubs? How we doing? Sorry, I'm just getting situated. Let me turn the lights up a little bit. Hey, what up, truck nubs? How we doing? Sorry, I'm just getting. Let me turn the lights up a little bit. There we go. How's the quality looking? Quick camera adjustment. Maybe that'll be a little bit better. Happy Sunday, everyone. Happy Sunday. I just got back from the gym. Maybe that'll be a little bit better. Happy Sunday, everyone. Happy Sunday. I just got back from the gym. Got an echo going on. I think I know why that is. How can I fix that? Got an echo going on. Let's turn that off. And there's no picture on Twitch. There's no picture. Is there audio, truck nubs? Is there audio? Let's see what it's looking like on Twitch. No picture at all. Interesting. This is I'm using a new software called Restream. And clearly it's getting the best of me. Let's see. Audio, just nothing on screen. That's pretty weird. If there's audio, that means it's connected. What is going on here? Let's see if it's working on Kick. Yeah, you could try here, I'll drop a link for Kick in the Discord, Mr. Truck Nubs. Come through there. For the time being. Now let's figure out, let's try reconnecting. Pretty weird. Although, yo, truck nubs, let me know if the music is too loud. Interesting. So much going on right now. So much going on. All right, well, I still got to get the stream going on my phone for the TikTok people. So just hold tight. Hold tight. Did you have a good weekend, my friend, Mr. Trucknubs? Are you working hard? Hardly working? Working hard, hardly working. There's some altcoins absolutely running right now. ICP up 11%. ICP's up 11%. We'll identify some opportunities, talk about the market. My phone is acting weird. I'll see if I can't get it working right. If not, I'll just listen on Twitch. That's fair. Twitter would also have the live stream. Kick.com might work. YouTube will also have it. All right, this is more setup than I thought it was going to be. But that's okay. Y'all are patient, right? Y'all are patient. What are we thinking? Bullish, bearish? All right, we're almost ready. We're almost ready. Just gotta get... Hello, sorry for bothering you. I want to... Oh. We got some fucking NPC in the Twitch chat dropping this shit. No, I don't want to use your view bots, bro. We're gonna be the #1 crypto streamer organically, I promise you. I promise you. Let's do it over here. There we go. We are situated. We are situated. I got some snacks here too. Trucknub says bear till February. I agree. I agree. I agree. I think crypto is kind of on the verge of I guess you could say a black swan. Traditional markets are looking like shit. Traditional markets are looking like absolute dog water. And although crypto looks pretty strong right now, I don't think it is going to stay that way. I don't think it is going to stay that way. I think we're in a bit of a anomalous time. A bit of an anomalous time where we're seeing crypto be strong when it really shouldn't be. Where it really shouldn't be, right? Because equities are down over 10% from their local highs. What's up, people on TikTok? If you want to see what I'm looking at, the moves we're making, come through. We're going to be identifying the strongest pairs today. Oh, of course. My favorite crypto trading software is down for maintenance right now. So sad. So sad. Let me see if I can fix it. I was going to be using a software called Volatility. Definitely my favorite, like market screener, loads. It's a great data dashboard. How we doing, Mitch? If you want to see what I'm seeing, come through one of these links. Twitter's probably the easiest. We're going to be doing a bit of a market analysis, looking at the winners right now. Got some chill vibes, some lo-fi hip-hop. You get to see my face in HD. If you guys have any questions, what is the best way to learn to trade? A question from 913 man. The best way to learn how to trade is stay far away from crypto. Crypto is by far the hardest asset to try and learn how to trade. It's highly manipulated, it's unregulated, the exchanges are sketchy, the price action is dog water. You're really not setting yourself up for success if you're trying to learn how to trade with cryptocurrency. My advice would be learn Forex. Forex has much more orderly flow, much easier to understand price action. The brokers are much more reputable. So my approach, if I was learning how to trade with no previous knowledge at all, would be start in Forex, learn the basics, and then transfer it to crypto. That being said, if you wanted to learn how to trade during a bull market, that's a great time to learn how to trade. That is a great time to learn how to trade because it's very simple. You press the green button and the numbers go up. Plain and simple. How we doing, Lucy? How we doing, Mitch? If you guys got questions, come through. Any of these links will work, or drop it in the TikTok chat. I will do my best. If you come through with any of the links, you get to see my face in HD. So yeah, learning how to trade. If it's a bear market, do Forex. If it's a bull market, I would say your best option is probably crypto. Bitcoin is looking like pretty strong right now. The futures just opened for the SPY. SPY futures gapped up. Let's see, around 0.2%. Around 0.2%. I guess you could say that is bullish. Crypto looks to be following. There are some runners in the crypto market. ICP is up 11.5%. GMT is up 10%. There's a really good software that I am going to be talking about over and over again called Volatility. It's completely free. I'm not shilling it. It's just a good software. And so what we can do with this Velo data is we can see the winners and losers in real time by going on the menu, market, and then on this right hand, there's this little drop down menu here. We're going to hit top gainers. So we can see, I know what none of these projects are. BLZ is up 20%. UNFI 15%. Gala, we all know about Gala. Fucking all they do is sue each other. Blur 14%, Axie Infinity up 13%, GMT 11%, Sand Render up 9%, Storage up 8.32%. So this website Velo Data is very useful because it shows you the winners and losers in real time, and it also has a lot of other useful metrics. So for example, open interest, you can see all the degens piling into the trade or lack of. Very useful tool. So I mean, if we look at BLZ, it is up 20%. If you want to be trading crypto, you got to follow the money. That's just how it works. So this BLZ is absolutely running. This is the 5-minute chart. We're going to zoom out to the 1 minute, or to the 1 hour, sorry. The 1 hour of BLZ is looking like it's about to break resistance. Pretty clear downtrend here, right? There was a very clear accumulation that happened around 20 cents on BLZ. made a nice run up on this ascending triangle, and shit, that shit's up 22%. Big pumper. Big pumper. So that's definitely going to be one that I keep an eye on. The other thing is, when you're trading crypto, it's really handy to A, be a TradingView subscriber, but B, to make short-term lists. So what I do on TradingView is when oh, hi unapologetically me. How we doing? How we doing? You can make lists on TradingView of all the tickers that are all the tickers that are trending. So right now we can go ahead and add BLZ to that list. BLZ is the current winner right now. What's this? Yo, unapologetically me. We are doing some live crypto trading analysis. It's Sunday. Come through on these links and you can see an HD stream setup. An HD stream setup. We're just gonna be getting ready for the week ahead. Other big winners: Gala, UNFI. We all know what Gala is, the big shit coin. Really popular on this platform though. Really popular. Can watch it on my big screen. Yes, ma'am. And if anyone has any questions, feel free to drop it in the chat. I will do my best to keep an eye on it. So overall, crypto looking pretty strong right now, but I don't know if it's going to stay that way. Bitcoin actually looks kind of situated to run if you look on the smaller time frame. If you look on the smaller time frame, there's a series of lower highs. That's the other thing is I think a lot of people overcomplicate crypto trading. They're like, oh, well, you need the RSI, you need to look at the stochastics, all of the oscillators, all of these crazy metrics, when in reality, like, in my humble opinion, those just overcomplicate it. Those just overcomplicate it. Those kinds of fancy oscillators only work because other people are looking at them too. All you need is clean market structure. This was a lower high. Oh, LH. This was a lower high. Plain and simple. This was a lower high. And now we have a higher high, NHH. Right? This is a break in market structure. We had a series, let me clean it up a bit. We had a series of lower highs, and now we have a higher high. That is indicative that we are going to make a higher low, right? So over here, we're making a series of lower highs, and now we are making higher lows. HL, plain and simple, right? Higher low, higher low, higher low. That's it. Yo, people on TikTok, come through any of these links. You can find it by tapping the link in my bio. And there's little icons at the bottom that will take you to these streams if you want to see what I'm looking at. So I don't know, right now my current shorter term positions, I am very long on RLB. I entered at like 0.169. It's looking pretty good so far. It's up 2%. 2%, that's looking pretty good. ICP absolutely pumped today. ICP absolutely pumped. So right now, the reason there's a little bit of volatility in the market is because the US futures market just opened. So that's going to be the futures for the SPY, that's going to be the futures for the NASDAQ, and that usually provides a little bit of volatility. Haha, your face is smushed. Is it smushed? I think that's just how I look. I think that's just how I look. I got that Roblox build, you know? Thick as hell. I'm actually built like a Roblox character though, for real. Now I'm on both, supporting me so much. Thank you. I really appreciate it though. I appreciate it. I guess, looking forward to the week ahead. There's a couple big things that I want to talk about. We pull out our handy dandy economic calendar. So this one is on tradingeconomics.com. There's a little filter, you can sort by stars, and this pulls out all of the major events. And then what I like to do is I just deselect everything and I just go to America. And there's another website, economic calendar. The Market Watch one is also useful, a bit more clear to see. Monday, tomorrow, October 30th, nothing is happening. October 31st, employment cost index. Cool. Businesses report how much their employees are costing them. Tomorrow is Halloween. Maybe some volatility because the market will get spooky. Which cryptos are you in? Sam on TikTok. Sam on TikTok says, which cryptos are you in? Right now, for short-term trades, I am long on RLB. And I'm looking to take a long on BLZ. Okay, learn the TikTok live is 100%, but X is cloudy. X is cloudy, he says. I'm watching the... Oh, that could get confusing. I'm watching the X live on my other window, and it looks okay, he says. Let's make this full screen. I'm watching the... Oh, that could get... Yeah, it looks all right. I'm watching the X live... No, it looks good on my end. It looks okay. Let's make this... Maybe it's your Wi-Fi, Mr. Mitch? Maybe it's your Wi-Fi, Mr. Mitch? I'm not sure. There's also YouTube. There's also YouTube if you want to come through. Maybe that will be higher quality. Economic events next week. On Halloween, not much. Wednesday, November 1st, ADP employment, job openings, and also, most importantly, FOMC. We get FOMC. Federal Open Market Committee. Essentially, these are individuals who decide what happens with the economy and how much the Federal Reserve is or is not going to support it. Yo, what up, Pack Rat? How we doing? How we doing? Unapologetically Me on TikTok says, I got a nice bag of XVS. What is XVS? XVS. Venus Protocol. Yo, tell me about it. I know nothing about it, Unapologetically Me. Tell me about XVS. Shill me it. What's up, Olson? How we doing, Pack Rat? How we doing? So tomorrow is FOMC. No, not tomorrow. Wednesday is FOMC. This is going to be when Jay Powell talks about interest rates. Let's see what the market is expecting. There's this very useful tool called CME FedWatch, and you can just type in FedWatch and they'll always pull it up. And so right now, the current interest rate is 5.25 to 5.5. That is the cheapest you can borrow money in the US. 5.25 to 5.50, and with a 97% certainty. 97% certainty. The market is saying no rate hike. That is what the market is currently expecting. No rate hike. A hold, if you will. So yeah, it seems like the answer's already been determined by the market. And that's one thing with the Federal Reserve or with any of these tools is usually everything's baked into the price beforehand. Maybe that's why we've seen a tremendous amount of volatility in traditional markets recently. But the market is currently saying no hike. The Federal Reserve pause. Did you ever get a response from your Hypercoin questions? No, I got a response on none of the questions. I'm in the Discord and I'm still waiting for a reply, but haven't heard anything yet. Haven't heard anything yet. I might just say fuck it, get an allocation and see what happens. We'll see. So, Federal Reserve, FOMC is on Wednesday. The market's expecting no hike. That's the big ticket item. On Thursday, we're getting some jobless claims because effectively everyone knows the economy is trash. Everyone knows the economy is trash. But what's really propping up the economy in terms of like an analysis standpoint is the labor market. And so we really need to pay attention to the major labor market indicators. Job openings on Wednesday is a big one. Thursday, some jobless claims. Friday, NFP. You might hear that acronym quite a bit. NFP, non-farm payroll. That is an important indicator that people often look at. So ultimately, I am expecting a lot of volatility this week. I think things are going to get shaken up. And of course, that will make crypto spicy. That will make crypto quite spicy. We got a big pump coming into Bitcoin right now. Bitcoin is sitting at $34,000. $34,000, up 1.5% on the day. Quick hop over to Velo data. This website, I can't understate just how useful it is for finding short-term opportunities in the market. If you're using, I guess really only the people on Kick, YouTube, or Twitter can see this. But if you're using Velo data, you can sort by top gainers, top losers. Actually, I wonder what the big loser right now. The biggest loser right now, STX. Rune is a big loser. TRB, WLD, SUI, sweet, Perp, Maker, GMX is in there. Although we're bullish on GMX in this household. Yeah, Velo data, super useful. It can tell you the big winners. Oh, hi Lucy. How we doing, Lucy? If anyone has any things that they want me to go over, please drop it in the chat. More than happy to. We are just looking for some short-term opportunities. Bitcoin kind of running away right now. It has gone to 34.6. Let's Binance.com. Let's pull up the order book. Let's see who's buying, who's selling. Going to bed. Good night, Lucy. Thanks for coming by. Good night. Let's see who's buying, who's selling. I gotta get this shit to night mode with haste. XVS, please. Yo, unapologetically me. Tell me about XVS. I got no idea what this how about that's the deal. You tell me about XVS, and then I'll look at it for you. Deal? Deal? You tell me about it, what the protocol does, and then I'll tell you about the chart. Maybe that's what we can do. We can do some analysis on demand. Let's see. Color preference, change basis. I just want night mode. Please. Please. I can't see anything. So yeah, if anyone wants any tickers analyzed, please just drop it in the chat. I am more than happy to. Right now, we just got a pretty big pump coming into Bitcoin, so we're keeping an eye on the order books. Right now, it looks like sellers are in control. There is a massive sell wall of over 200 Bitcoin at 34,630. There's actually a lot. Oh my God. There's over 1,000 Bitcoin being sold on Binance's order book within 25 deviations of the current price. That's interesting. 913 man says XRP, please. XRP. Well, we all know about XRP. So I'll go ahead and look at that chart. That being said, yo, hi, how we doing, Spyros? Nice to see you, my friend. Nice to see you. Let me pull up XRP. I am not a fundamentals trader. I am never going to take a trade based off a conspiracy theory. Never, ever, ever. And so if I'm going to be trading something, it is going to be because I like the price action. I like the protocol. Oh, yo, XRP is actually looking pretty fucking good right here. XRP is actually looking really strong. So the first thing that I'm kind of seeing with XRP here, is this region right here. This region right here around 54 cents used to be where people sold, right? When we're talking about XRP, there was sellers here, there's sellers here, there's sellers here at 54 cents, right? This was what you could say it was a resistance. So we're going to go ahead and put a nice little horizontal line there. Yo, people in TikTok chat, come through if you want to see what I'm looking at. Come through if you want to see what I'm looking at. It's much better on other platforms, I promise you. So this region was where people were selling. Between 54 and 55 cents, people were selling XRP. That was a resistance level. But now we're seeing a retest. So there is a lot of volatility here. A lot of volatility here. Let me put a little box there. Let me put a little box there. There was an insane amount of volatility in this price range over the last week. Neither sellers nor buyers had control, but now we are seeing a retest. So sellers were in control over here, but now it looks like people used to be selling at 54 to 55, but now it looks like people are buying. TBH, I might take this XRP trade. The other thing is that if you just follow simple market structure, we had a series. Oh, one sec. My camera just griefed me. I haven't figured out why this happens, but my DSLR camera randomly turns off. And so I have to go run and turn it back on. I am great with crypto. I am terrible with audiovisual equipment. As you might be able to tell with all of my clicking and typing. So honestly, XRP is looking really strong here. We had a series of lower highs. And now we are making higher lows. Sellers used to be in control of this 54 to 55 cent region, but the retest is looking really good. Gaz 44488 says, are you going to long XRP? Not yet. So this is the 8-hour chart. So I've identified, I guess you could say, an opportunity from a market structure perspective, but that's the 8-hour. So we're going to zoom in on the 1-hour time frame and try and get a better idea of what's going on. What is going on with XRP. Frankly, if we saw a push of XRP, I would basically just want to see it above 57 cents. I'd want to see it above 57 cents because when you zoom in on the smaller time frame, it's pretty clear to see that there are crazy wicks to the upside where it looks like it has momentum and then it comes right back down. So that's kind of what I'm waiting for here, is I'd want to see a clean breakout. That being said, this one's kind of conflicting because if you're to enter right now, risk is a lot easier to manage because you could just put your stop loss below the 1-hour wick lows. You'd accept around 5% risk, but then your upside, I mean, assuming you TP1 is 64 cents, that's like a 3-to-1 banger as your first TP. So I don't know, personally, my thesis says wait, because XRP is only going to go up if Bitcoin continues to see some momentum, personally. So I'd really want to see XRP push through 57 with good volume, good momentum before I take this trade. You're looking for short-term trades? Yes, I am, Tillerman. We're doing some market interpretation right now, trying to get prepared for the week ahead. Bitcoin looks to be pumping and we're trying to see if we can make some money. Right now, I am long on ICP and I am long on RLB. If you want to see what I'm seeing, the analysis, the charts, etc., come through. I'm trying to share as much alpha as I can. Because this week is going to be a spicy one. I mean, we were just talking about the major economic calendars. We got FOMC this week. That's a big ticket item. We got Jay Powell coming on, hopping on stage and telling us how he's going to fuck us. So you're going to be on lives every day. I can't promise every day because I have a lot of other stuff going on in my life, but I will be probably going live most days. I will be going live on these platforms, plus Twitch, but Twitch doesn't seem to be behaving right now, so what can you do? So that was the story with XRP. I'm cautiously bullish with XRP, and just like we did with the previous ticker, we are going to be adding XRP into our short-term bucket of projects that we are watching closely. We are going to be adding that to the list of projects that we are watching closely. BLZ is the other one. Gala looks to be pumping, although I don't really like Gala. The founders just seem to be at each other's throat all the time, and that's not very reassuring from an investment perspective. If anyone has any tickers they want me to go over, more than happy to. So, Unapologetically Me said in the YouTube chat, Venus Protocol is a decentralized DeFi platform on the Binance Smart Chain, allowing users to borrow, lend, and earn interest on their protocol. I do love DeFi. They do call me DeFi Daddy. They do call me DeFi Daddy. So, let's see. What was that ticker? VXV? What was that ticker? Venus Protocol. Let's see. Also, let me know if the music is too loud. Let me know if the music is too loud. Market size $1 billion, total borrowed 491, total liquidity 593. Let's check out the app. Challenge our code and be reward. Oh, I like when protocols have white hat hacker rewards. Like when they want the community to find vulnerabilities and then they reward them. Packrat says we hear no music. Let me turn that up a little bit. Let me know. Let me know if you hear music now. We got some lo-fi hip-hop radio. Lo-fi hip-hop radio. Gonna go ahead and like my own tweet. No shame in that. But yeah, I really like when protocols put a bounty on their own project because it highly incentivizes smart developers to come into the ecosystem. Let me know if that music is too loud now. So Venus Protocol. Also, Unapologetically Me. Let me know if this is the right one, please. Also, Packrat, you're not going to hear the music on TikTok. You're only going to hear it on these platforms. Yeah, you're not going to hear it on these platforms. If you hop over to Kick, YouTube, or Twitch, you get to see the charts that I'm looking at. You get to see my beautiful face in higher quality. And that's all I can shill you on. XVS was the ticker. Let's pull it up. Let's see what's going on for XVS. How big is... Oh, wow. This market cap is small. You're crazy. $87 million. How did you find this? This is spooky. Less than 100 mil market caps are crazy. Let's go all the way to weekly. Oh my god. This thing pumped over $140 in the bull run. Jesus. Let's pull it up on DeFi Llama because I'm curious if this thing only has an $80 million market cap, but it's this might be a gem. Because right now its market cap, let me just double check its market cap. Coin. Because if its market cap is only $87 million, but it has a total value locked of 500 million, that means it is handling more liquidity than its total valuation. So in theory, you could say that it is cheap. Yeah, that is confirmed. XVS, Venus Protocol, total market cap $85 million. And if you look on DeFi Llama, it has a $591 million total value locked. That's interesting. Because that shows that there is a lot of liquidity in the ecosystem and the protocol is actually being used. It is a fork of Compound V2. So where does it pay its yields? Right now it pays 0.36 on Bitcoin, 3.47 on BNB. Does it have any crate? No, all of its yields are pretty realistic. That's one thing that you need to keep an eye on if you're going to be working with DeFi protocols is you need, because if the yields are so high that they can't sustain it, it's not practical. So I'm liking the story of Venus Protocol. It seems proportionally cheap. Unapologetically Me says, "You're welcome. The team is also highly engaged." That's good. That's good. Price action is kind of hard to talk about because it had this meteoric rise above $100, and now it's sitting at $5. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty clear that there was a demand zone for XVS at around $4, right? Like pretty big bounces off this trend line or support zone, right? Anytime it was dipping into like the $3 range, it was instantly getting bought up. So from like price action perspective, it has massive upside. I would just be curious. You might know this, Unapologetically Me. When you stake your XVS, do you get paid in the XVS token or do you get paid in a different token? That would be a big determinant if I see it succeeding long term. Let's quick check on Bitcoin. Oh, looks like the bulls are winning the push up. Bitcoin is trading at $34,650. There was a massive sell wall at 64,330 that has gotten eaten up, and right now buyers are in control. Unapologetically Me says yes, you get paid an XVS token. The one problem with that is that makes it very inflative in nature. So if we look at the circulating supply, I'd be curious to see what its inflation rate is like. That'd be one thing to keep an eye on. Although it is listed on Binance, though. It had some major changes lately. It's in the Telegram. Because that's the one thing, right? Like if a DeFi protocol, this is a major problem with protocols like PancakeSwap or Uniswap or Trader Joe or any of these major decentralized exchanges, is they pay you out in the native token. And so fundamentally that creates basically infinite inflation, right? Because if you stake your cake and you get paid in cake, your only way to capture that yield is to sell, right? And so that's kind of the fundamental problem, is that the people who like are just joining the protocol are effectively buying the yield from other people. SB says, you think is a good price to buy XVS? I mean, proportionally relative to the lows, it's up 50%. If one were to be buying this token, I think, like Unapologetically Me said, you would definitely want to get in the Telegram to better understand what the community is doing and the current moves. But from like a upside perspective, it seems pretty high. Sir V in TikTok says, do you only trade crypto? No, so I only trade crypto for short-term opportunities, but most of the time I would consider myself a portfolio manager. So I do have quite a bit of exposure and holdings in traditional markets, and then I also play options. I play options for both SPY and VIX pretty often. I like to use traditional markets to hedge. And then I use crypto to provide like tail upside risk. My bet is the low supply XVS token is used for voting and governance. Good stuff. If anyone has any tokens, BTC is drugs. On Kick says, what's up, bro? You trading right now? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We are long on RLB. And it is starting to run. RLB, since we entered, is up 2.1%. This was just a spot buy, nothing too crazy though. Oh, what up, Graham Glam? You're back on your main account. That's awesome. What I'm thinking is now that the volume is starting to pick up, I think I'm gonna start trading. Oh, yo, Bitcoin breaking out 34.7, 34. Have you looked at ACH yet? I want to buy ACH, but it seems like a corporate coin. I think we're going to be taking some higher leverage positions right now because the market is starting to pick up. Bitcoin just broke out a bit of a range. We just entered long on Bitcoin, 200x leverage. 200x leverage on Bitcoin. We're just looking for a small move to the upside. Maybe just capture 30-40%, something light. Hey, out of jail. I love to hear that, Grandma Glam. I love to hear that. You made it out. You made it out the trap. I really think this week is going to be pretty crazy though. I put a small bag of it aside, eggs in many baskets. Yes, that is the way to do it in my opinion. Don't bet the farm on one project or one niche or one sector. Diversity makes you rich. There's a saying, it's from a really smart person called Mark Spitznagel. He's the founder of it's a hedge fund. What do they call it? Let me Google that. Mark Spitznagel. He has a hedge fund. What is it called? I really look up to him. He's a really smart guy. Universa Investments. He has a really good book called Safe Haven. And he was, I guess you could say, the founder of a quote. I'm just pulling up the book cover for people on stream in case they want to see it. It's called Safe Haven, Investing for Financial Storms. Concentration makes you rich, but it is diversity that keeps you rich. I'm a big believer in that. I think diversification is a great concept, but if you overdo it, it'll have a negative impact on your portfolio. In the same note that if you over-concentrate, could have downside. I don't know. I think if you're just getting started in crypto, five projects is probably how you want to be. Because if you only have $100 and you put $1 in each one, what's the point? If anyone has any tickers they want me to go over, please let me know. Drop it in the chat. I'm doing my best to keep up with all of the people. Also, people on TikTok, please come to these platforms. You get to see what I'm looking at. Right now, we are long on Bitcoin, 200x leverage, sitting in, let's see, how much profit is this? Sitting in, only 5% profit. For a 200x leverage, that's practically nothing. I couldn't chat with you in X. Tillerman, come to YouTube then. I know YouTube's working. Sorry, I'm just working with the new software, so I'm still trying to figure out the kinks. But I know YouTube is working well because quite a few people are in there. Packrat88 says Polkadot. Let's take a look at Polkadot. I hold Polkadot. I host Polkadot nodes. If you have Polkadot and it's just sitting there, it's kind of a waste. Because if you hold, I think it's more than 255 Polkadot, you can stake it. You can stake it, support the network, make it stronger. Yo, Polkadot is actually looking strong right now. So again, we're always going to take the same approach. When we're analyzing a crypto chart. It's so simple. Don't need to overcomplicate it. First, you find market structure. Is the market moving down or is it moving up? And in this instance, we have a whole bunch of lower highs. So we're going to go ahead and label them. Lower high. We set a lower high at 480. We set a lower high at 420. And then we eventually found bottom at 360. And we've started making higher lows. So this is honestly a pretty similar chart to XRP. We had a sustained downtrend and sellers used to be in control at around $4. sellers used to be in control around $4, but now it looks like buyers are in control around $4. We got a big spike for Polkadot. Big spike on Polkadot. And I think once Polkadot breaks that 440 range, it's going to go, honestly, probably to $6 super quickly. So I'm bullish on DOT. I think the fundamentals are strong. I mean, based on the chart, what I'm seeing here, the pumpamentals look strong. The pumpamentals look strong. So I'm bullish on DOT. I'm bullish on DOT. I'm just going to do a quick little check-in on the high leverage trade. We're sitting at a 5% loss right now, and that's okay. That's okay. This is a high risk, small position size position. We're not betting the house. That's the thing. If you're ever doing short-term trading, never, ever, ever bet the house on a high leverage position. It's all about small position sizes. That is the way for longevity. That is the way to survive, right? Because if you don't survive, you don't get to play again. And if you don't get to play again, then it's over. Oh, we got knowledge is power in here. The man, the myth, the legend. Love to see it. Love to see it. Anyone want any tickers analyzed? More than happy to. Oh, we got one. Let's see. SB says XDC. XDC. I'll take a look at XDC. I would imagine, I mean, XRP is looking really strong right now. Like the risk reward on the XRP trade right now is pretty dang good. So I would imagine the risk reward on XDC is probably pretty similar. Probably pretty similar. Oh, XDC looks XDC is not looking as strong as XRP, to be honest. I'd be hesitant to long XDC right now because I don't think it's broken its downtrend yet. We have a series of lower highs. And it looks like the sellers are in control. There's strong support at 0.045, so 4.5 cents. But until XDC is able to break this 5-cent range, I think it's going to struggle to catch a bid. Personally. It's interesting because XDC is the only ISO project that's lagging. Quant is up 2%, XLM is up 2.2%, Algorand is up 5.2%, HBAR is up, IOTA is up, ADA is up, but XDC down 1.3%. SB says it's Spyros, by the way. Oh, what up, Spyros? Thanks for coming by. Yo, people on TikTok, come through. I'll analyze any ticker you want. Right now, we are long on BTC and RLB. We are long. Quick little snack break. I got these little ice cream. No, they're not ice cream sandwiches. They're like a Ritz cracker, but they're little miniature bagels with like everything seasoning. You see this? They're from Trader Joe's. God damn. They're so tasty. Let's see, quick check on Twitter. Let's see if anything's popping off. I'm curious though, like the people who are here on Juice says, what do you think about CLV? Let's take a look at CLV. And while I'm looking at CLV, I want to know, the people in the chat, let me know, what are your top picks for the next bull run? I'm curious what kind of holders we got here. If we got Bitcoiners, Ethereum people. I'm curious, if you could only hold one crypto for the next bull run, what would it be? Yo, Juice, come through on one of these if you want to see the chart. Other than that, I am just going to be talking out loud what I see. So, Clover, I think this is Clover Finance, right? The name's familiar. Yeah, Clover Finance. It looks actually really similar to XRP. It looks really similar to XRP because there's this pretty obvious price range zone where sellers had control of the market. This is the 12-hour chart. This would be 0.034 cents. Very obviously sellers are in control, but now we're seeing a bit of a retest where buyers have control. And so ultimately I would feel more confident if we were able to get some momentum above 0.037. I think that is a very important level to watch. And if you check out the stream, you'd understand why, because there's been these massive wicks up. And so if we're gonna see some sustained momentum and we're not just gonna get faked out, and we're not just gonna get faked out with a fake melt up, we need to see some momentum above 0.37. Let's see, where did this project all-time high at? Zoom out to the weekly. God damn. Holy shit. This thing was trading at $2.40 at one point in time. I'm curious though, what is the actual all-time high? Let's see. Oh god, it was over $3 at one point in time. That's crazy. Although it does look like it's in a bit of a demand zone, I would really want to see a push up towards 0.37 as confirmation that you actually have momentum and this isn't just a fake out. Yo, Juice, about CLV, could you tell me, it seems like a DeFi protocol. Do they pay out the token in the or do they pay out the yield in CLV? Because if they do, this chart makes sense. If they do, this chart makes sense. Or if you don't know that answer, that's fine. Let's see, quick peek. Gala is still running. BLZ's up 20%. Absolutely bonkers. Bitcoin looks like it wants to run. The buyers are in control for sure. Looking at the Binance order book, the buyers are in control for sure. I hadn't looked it up lately, just came to mind again today. Gotcha. Yeah, personally, I don't see a trading opportunity here, but if you're a long-term believer in the project, then it seems like it's near value. Do your own effing research, says Chainlink. Chainlink. Let's take a look. I love Chainlink. People in chat, I'm curious. What do you think my first Chainlink buy was? I bought Chainlink in 2018. I bought Chainlink in 2018. What do you think my first buy for Chainlink was? Man, Chainlink went all the way up to $54. That's crazy. It's still got a 5x from here. Do your own effing research, says 40 cents. That was a really good guess. Have you heard me say that before? I bought Chainlink in 2018 in the spring at 40 cents. Would have been right around here. Although I kind of fumbled it. I sold most of my Chainlink between $20 and $30, not realizing it had legs to go. Although I'm curious, what was the percentage profit? So from 40 cents to $30, that was 7,300% gain on Chainlink. God damn. God damn. It could have been so much more though. Fumbled the bag. But that's okay. Live, laugh, learn. Chainlink is actually looking really good. It broke out of like a multi-year channel. This is what I see. Like we see a series of higher lows and a series of lower highs. I could see Chainlink encountering some resistance closer to $14. If I personally was long on Chainlink, hopefully would have already sold some, and I'd be looking to scale out between $14 and $16 from a short-term perspective. Because my current thesis says we have a little bit of a run now because Bitcoin's been doing so well that it's going to spill over into other altcoins. but the bottom is not in. I am of the belief we are going to sub 20K again. Unpopular opinion on this app, but I think we're going to 12 to 14K. I think we're going between 12 and 14K. I think there's going to be a lot of volatility in the traditional markets, and that is going to spill over into crypto. Unpopular opinion. But I'm also biased. Because that has always been my thesis. Spyros in the YouTube says XDC usually moves opposite from all other ISO projects. Is that true? Is that true? Yo, Spyros, I'm going to fact check you real quick. I'm going to fact check Spyros real quick in case this is fake news. So what we're going to do is we pull up XDC and then we go to the indicators tab and we are going to type in correlation. There's one called correlation coefficient and we are going to compare it to XRP. We're going to fact check Spyros real quick, just so everyone can know if he's spreading fake news or not. Yo, Spyros, you're spreading fake news, man. Don't be doing that. Don't be spreading fake news, Spyros. Because Spyros said XDC usually moves opposite from all other ISO projects, but if you are watching on stream, this is the correlation. Oh, one sec. My fucking DSLR camera just shut off. Alright, we back. I gotta figure out how to fix that. So Spyros is definitely spreading fake news because if the correlation coefficient is above 0, then they're positively correlated. If it's above 0, they're positively correlated. And as you can see, the correlation coefficient has been between 0.2 and 1 all the way up to 96%. 96% correlation coefficient, or 0.96. Sorry. Nuremberg 2 says crypto is going to crash. I agree. I think buy gold and silver etc. Gold should be 30K an ounce. Why do you say that? What makes you say gold should be 30K an ounce? I'm curious. I'm curious as to what your thesis is, Nuremberg 2. Because I think precious metals should be worth more than they are, but worth more than they are, but I don't think they should be worth 30K. Where did you get that number from, my friend? Crypto will crash when the Fed pivots. It could take another 10 months though. Yo, do your own effing research. I'm about to blow your mind. Hop over to YouTube and I'm gonna show you a chart that completely proves what you think. Completely proves what you think. Tillerman says, got you on X and YouTube now. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I have a chart that can totally prove what you're thinking. Do your own research. And so what we're going to do is we're going to look at the SPY. We're going to look at the SPY. Yo, wait, Nuremberg 2. What's really interesting is gold in the US dollar is like 2 or 3% away from its all-time high, right? Because it's trading at exactly $2,000 an ounce. But if you look at gold in the Canadian dollar or the Australian dollar or the Chinese renminbi or the Japanese yen or the euro, gold is already at an all-time high. It's only when you measure it in US dollar that it's not. Kind of interesting. All right, Nuremberg, keep typing. I'm going to prove something on stream and then we'll talk about gold, okay? So, someone in chat said, when the Federal Reserve pivots and it begins to lay back on monetary policy, there is going to be significant volatility. And I would argue that the Federal Reserve has already begun to pivot because let's see, USNTR. Oh, that's the wrong one. USNTR, we want same percentage scale, I think? No. We want new price scale. So what I'm going to show you might blow your mind. This is the Federal Reserve interest rate as determined by the FOMC, shown in orange. Let me make this a bit bigger so it's even easier for people to see. And let's make it pink. So, people in chat, we're going to show a crazy chart, but you have to be on YouTube or Twitch to be able to see it. So what we're looking at, on this left-hand side here, let me zoom in so it's easy to see. This was the dot-com bubble. This was the dot-com bubble. The swing high for the SPY was 1500. The all-time high came a little bit after. So that means interest rates. Interest rates during the dot-com bubble went up to 6.5%. And this pause here means that the FOMC decided to hold interest rates. They decided to hold interest rates, just like they did at the last FOMC meeting. From the point that they held interest rates until the time that the market crashed and found a bottom was 129 days. Was 129 days. Right? Okay, now let's fast forward to 2007. Interest rates climbed because inflation got hot. From 2004, in 2004, interest rates were 1%. They climbed until they reached the high at 5%. We are at 5.25% right now for interest rates. So in 2006, they held. That was when the Federal Reserve began their pivot. So what we're going to do is from the day that they paused until the day that the market found its bottom was 973 days. Was 973 days. So I guess you could describe that as just under 3 years. Just under, like two and 2/3 of a year. So I guess so far it has been pretty obvious that there is a correlation between the Federal Reserve pausing and equity markets finding a bottom. Next, let's look at the March 2020 crash, the COVID crash. Also, people on TikTok, if you want to see the chart that I'm talking about, come to these. YouTube's probably the best. It seems to be the most functional right now. So inflation was running pretty hot 2016, 2017, 2018. They held interest rates in 2018. From then until the bottom was 455 days. So with each successive interest rate pause, the time from pause until stock market bottom has gotten shorter. Now, fast forward to now. The SPY has reached an all-time high at 4,800. At the same time, inflation or interest rates have gone from 0.25 to 5.25. That is an increase of 360% in interest rates. That is crazy. Quick sip of water. The Federal Reserve has already begun pausing. And so if we forecast what it could look like, we say we swing from here, because this is also the weekly chart. Last time it took 330 days. Let's work with that again. That would be from the time that the Federal Reserve began pausing. That would be February 2024. 2024. So that is my thesis. The bottom for crypto and stocks is not in. We are going to see a tremendous amount of volatility towards the end of this year and the start of next year. Mitchell Hines, learn. Please, can you send a link for or post for Velo? I can't find it anywhere, bro. Yeah, let me I'll drop a link. You should see it in the YouTube chat right now. Mitch. Let me know if you can't. So this is basically a very high reliability correlation. Is when interest rates begin to pause, stock markets will find their bottom. Nuremberg, to circle back to what you're saying, let's see. because it's hedged by big oil, Fed Reserve, etc. Watch how fast gold increases because of BRICS. Buy copper as well, any precious metals, I guess. So do you think gold would be a good purchase as a hedge from inflation or a hedge from dollars? The world is about to change for everyone in great ways. I don't know if that's true. The world's about to change, but I don't know if it's for great ways. I own physical gold and physical silver, but I think one of the easiest ways for people to get exposure to it is just buy ETFs, because you can buy GLD and SLV. Those are precious metal ETFs. Let me have some snacks for a bit. My voice is tired. All right. If anyone has any tickers they want me to go over, more than happy to. DXY is looking pretty strong. And if DXY is going up, then it's going to be challenging for crypto to do well, because DXY and the VIX have inverse correlations with crypto. NASDAQ futures opened barely up, sitting at like 0.39. SPY futures up 0.26. I think this week is going to be really volatile. I hope it's to the upside, but I am not holding my breath. I have I'm holding on to some SPY puts, some VIX calls. They expire the second week of November. So probably look to exit those pretty soon before theta decay destroys me. Yo, people on TikTok actually come through here though. I'd really appreciate it. Do your own research, says PolyX. Yo, do your own research. If you're gonna drop that ticker, tell me about the project. While I look at the chart, I would really appreciate it if you told me the story. What is this protocol? What is it trying to do? That's always going to be the deal. I have no problem looking at charts for people. In fact, I love doing it. But if I am going to be doing that, you gotta tell me the story. What's the narrative here? Is this like a DeFi protocol? Is this a layer 1? What is the deal? I'm just trying to find a good market for it. It looks really strong, but PolyX. World assets on the blockchain. That's a big buzzword. The price action looks really strong. It looks like this project came out towards the tail end of this bull market. I'm just having trouble finding the best market for it. Let's pull it up on CMC. Mash. Market cap $219 million. Volume in the last 24 hours is $140 million, which is actually really good. If your volume divided by market cap is even over 25%, that's really good. It shows that people are actually trading it. Circulating supply is 743 million. Total supply is 871 million. So that puts it at like 80% vested, which is really good. Quick check on the Twitter. 11K followers. The blockchain of real world assets. Yo, people in TikTok, we're taking a look at tokens that people are typing in chat. Right now is PolyX. Looks really active on Twitter, actually, posting pretty much every day. The price looks pretty good. I gotta ask, do your own research. Are you in on this already? Like, were you accumulating when it was near like 10 or 12 cents? Or did you get in a bit later? Because man, this thing has actually been on a crazy run. From October 16th to now, it is up 143%. 143%. That is a big pump if I've ever seen one. When did you get in on this? Do your own research. I'm curious. It looks like this project is at a really pivotal time because it came out during the bear market. It is really untested from a price action perspective. And when we look at this chart, pretty obvious resistance at 31. So I think this token is going to go into price discovery. If people were late to the party, like most of you usually are, I hate to be rude, but it's true. I mean, like, Bitcoin pumped, and the amount of people that I had being like, oh, what should I buy? What should I buy? It's like, yo, if you weren't buying for the last 18 months, you need Jesus Christ. You need Jesus Christ. I watched an interview with them over a year ago, and it sounded awesome. Cool. So if you were late to the party on PolyX and you missed this initial move up, what I would be looking for is a break upwards towards 32 cents. Towards 32 cents, you'd want to see a retest back down in kind of like an ABC pattern, and then you'd want to see a push up. That is really what you'd be looking at, because clearly this is the daily chart. Sellers had control over here on the left at 30 cents. So you'd want to see a push up, a retest, and that shows 30 cents where sellers used to be. There's now buyers. That's what I'd be looking for. I wouldn't FOMO into this token. I wouldn't FOMO into this token. Personally. It looks pretty cool though. I don't really know much about the fundamentals. Oh, we're getting pretty close to getting liquidated on this Bitcoin long, but that's okay. I don't know much about the fundamentals, but if it's got the pumpamentals, I'm in. I care about the pumpamentals, for real. If anyone has any tickers, feel free to drop them in chat. I'm gonna take a look at the leaders right now. BLZ, absolutely fucking ripping. I'm curious, what is this token? BLZ crypto. Bluezell, that's a stupid name. Bluezell, market cap. Circulating supply 425 million. Total supply 500 million, so that is 85% vested. Let's check the Twitter. Bluezell. Bluezell is GameFi for Cosmos. We provide games, store NFTs, and DeFi to your game assets. They have fake followers. They're from what? Singapore, Vancouver. What? That doesn't make sense. I'm from Vancouver. You can't buy everything. There are like 60 cryptos at least that are outperforming BTC. I agree. That's the thing, right? Like if you're holding crypto and it's not outperforming Bitcoin, you're wasting your time. Just hold Bitcoin. It's better. Plain and simple. Plain and simple. This Bluezell token's absolutely running though. Let's check out the website. The blockchain for GameFi, boasting 10,000 TPS and seamless interoperability with the Cosmos chain. You're going to see that as a very common theme with cryptos that are involved with Cosmos is they are going to have a high degree of interoperability because they have what's called the SDK, Software Developer Kit for Cosmos, which is very robust. Very robust. Oh, their website is nice, man. Their website is nice. Look at this animation. Whoever made this website is a beast with React. Decentralized storage layer. R2 is Bluezell's decentralized storage solution, enhancing IPFS with improved performance and reliability. Capella NFT marketplace. Gamma 4 available on Binance, Coinbase, Kraken, KuCoin. This is cool. This is cool. Bluezell. That being said, I mean, right now we're looking at the chart and we're just trying to figure out if it's an actual strong project or not. But you definitely do not want to be buying a crypto token when it's already up 22% on the day. You want to buy on red days, not green ones. You want to buy on red days and not green ones. That's it. If y'all have any tokens for me to check out, please let me know. Drop it in the chat. More than happy to. I live to serve. I live to serve. Let me see. I got a feeling this isn't working the way I wanted it to. Is Kick working? Yeah, Kick is working. Kick is working. Is Twitter working right now? Yeah, it is. Twitter's still working. Again, if anyone has any tokens they want me to check out, drop it in the chat. And people on TikTok, you'll be served much better. You come check these out. CQT Covalent. It's like Graph, but much better. CQT. Let's take a look at that chart. Oh. Which one of these do I trust the most? Probably KuCoin. Let's zoom out. This is always the fun thing with all of these crypto tokens. It's like, okay, so they're worth 14 cents now, but how much were they worth? And the answer is, what the fuck? This is like on some ICP shit. It looks like when it released on KuCoin, it went up to $50 and it is now trading at 14 cents. 14 cents. Not really seeing much tradable here. Yeah, I don't know. Covalent, it just looks like nothing really. I guess you could say that it broke market structure here. It's entering some price exploration. When it breaks above 15 cents, that will be big for a momentum perspective because that is where these wicks kind of wicked out, where the price became tired. Let's look at the fundamentals. EQT. Oh, qualified technician certification. That's not what we want. CQT crypto. Yo, what up, Ralphie? How we doing? Come through on Twitch or Twitter or YouTube if you want to see what I'm seeing. We're just doing some little bit of looking at different tokens people are talking about. Oh, free API, blockchain data for the new economy, a single unified API for fast, scalable historical blockchain data across 150 chains. User-friendly API, cool. Speed to scale, don't let slow response times. I want to see. Let's see what their API is like. Let's see what their... Mitchell Hines says RLB Rollbit. You know I'm bullish on it. You know I'm bullish on that, Mitchell. We're long on RLB. About 300K. Okay, but this covalent protocol seems to be lying. There's no way they have 60,000 developers. There's no way they have 60,000 developers. There's not even like 60,000 developers in Canada. What language is their API in? I'm gonna sign up for this covalent API. I like that it's free. I'm gonna check it out. Yo, Mitchell, are you long on RLB? Are you long on RLB? I gotta know. We're long with size right now. Well, medium size, but we'll take that. Let's see, quick check on the RLB trade. Are we up? We are up. We are up 2.21% still. Not much of a pumperino. Not much of a pumperino, but we stay patient. We stay patient. Do you use the platform at all, Mitchell? Because the platform's actually really good. The platform is actually really good. That's where I'm currently trading my 200x leverage long on Bitcoin. My 200x leverage long that I'm currently down 70% on. Tough. $77%. Keeps on getting worse and worse. But that's okay. I guess I just bought the top. Not yet tied up right now. Not enough capital, bro. That's the thing. Too many opportunities. This week's going to be volatile, though. This week is going to be volatile, that's for sure. Let's see. Let's take a look at futures for Bitcoin. The one thing that's kind of concerning is if you look at the 3-month futures for Bitcoin, they're currently priced at a 10% premium, which means basically people are expecting Bitcoin to be worth 10% more than it currently is in February. When the price is flat and the futures stretch further into Contagio, little bit sussy. Little bit sushy. What's interesting also is Bitcoin is seeing the most amount of cumulative returns in Asian markets and US markets, not Euro markets. Euros ain't moving crypto. Bitcoin 1-minute average returns by day. Monday has been the best day to trade crypto over the last 1 month. Thursday has been the worst day to trade crypto. These are all stats that I'm pulling from Velo data. Velo data. Yo, people on TikTok, come through on these. Come through. There's something really interesting that I'm showing on the YouTube stream right now. Bitcoin funding rate. Annual APR is 57%. That means if you're smart, you can make 57% risk-free on Bitcoin. 57% risk-free on Bitcoin. Let's see, on ETH it is only 25%. Let's see, Thursday is the worst day to trade Ethereum too. Asia Pacific is leading Bitcoin. So essentially what I'm thinking is tomorrow, in theory, this morning at like 2 a.m. Pacific towards 2 p. So basically like 8 hours from now is when the market stands the greatest probability of pumping. That's what I'm seeing right now. Taking a look at Bitcoin, let's pull up open interest, spot volume, and let's do funding rates. Just going over some data on Bitcoin, because if Bitcoin doesn't move, your shitty altcoins aren't either. Yo, I'm actually just going to use the bathroom. I will be right back in 2 minutes. I'm going to drink so much water. All right, my brothers and sisters, I have returned. Let's take a look. What's going on with Bitcoin? I don't know. I think Bitcoin looks strong right now. A little bit of a retest of that resistance. I got a question for chat. Let's test your knowledge. If we're looking at a pump, do we stand a higher statistical likelihood of maintaining that pump if it was led by open interest or spot? So if a pump is happening and it looks like it's derivatives, is that more likely to continue? Is that more or less likely to continue than if it was led by spot? I'm curious. I'm also curious. This funding rate is purely green across the bottom. What does that tell us? Is the market majority long, majority short? What's the consensus? There's lots of information you can extract from these. It's just a matter of, do you know how to read it? Bitcoin back trading at 24 points. Oh, one sec. DSLR just turned off. Let me fix that. All right, we back. We back. Ooh. Yeah, basically if the spot buyers are leading the charge, that stands a better chance of leading or of maintaining. Oh, RLB with a nice pump right now. Starting to see some bids. Let me close a whole bunch of these tabs. Take a look. Sellers are currently in control of the Binance order book. There is about $1 million of pending sales. So really what we're looking for here is we want to see a push for Bitcoin with spot volume. Because there's no way that this could really squeeze. The only way that this could squeeze would be it squeezed down. And it would squeeze down if all of these longs got trapped. Because when funding rate is concurrently green for long periods of time, that means the market is majority long. And if the market's majority long, when the derivatives start to dump, things are gonna get spicy. What up, Jules and Oz? How we doing, buddy? Just doing some live market analysis. Currently long on Bitcoin, long on RLB, long on ICP. Trying to find some opportunities. I was just about to say happy Sunday, but it is definitely Monday for you. Definitely Monday for you. What time is it for you, Jules? Probably like fucking 5 a.m. or some bullshit, bro. Rise and grind. 9:40 a.m. So you are you are 17 hours ahead of me. 17 hours ahead of me. Have I looked at ICP? No, you're right. We haven't. I'm long on ICP. We've been talking about it, but we haven't really looked at the chart. ICP has they've kind of fucked themselves. ICP has fucked themselves. And the easiest way that I can explain how is the company behind ICP is called Dfinity or Xfinity. The company behind ICP is called Xfinity or Dfinity, I forget which. And all of the people who host ICP nodes are guaranteed a certain amount of US dollars per month, but they pay that US dollars in ICP. So that means the lower the ICP price goes, the more they pay out to those node providers. So that means it has positively reinforcing inflation to the downside. So the lower price goes up, the higher inflation is. If ICP ever reaches $1 US, the inflation rate will be over 100%. The inflation rate will be over 100% for ICP. Jules says that took a while. Has it been a long day? It has. I was at the sauna before. This, so I'm pretty tired. I also worked out. I did legs today. I squatted 345 pounds for 5 reps today. 5 reps of 345. 3 plates and 2 20s. 3 plates and 2 20s. My legs are tired, but I think after this stream, I'm gonna go for a bike ride. But yeah, ICP, the price action as shown on this stream. Also, Jules, if you want to see what we're looking at, come to these websites. The ICP's price action looks pretty strong. They have great technology, but their tokenomics are absolute cheeks. So that's one thing that it's like in crypto, there's always a funny delineation where it's like, okay, you have great tech, but if your token is shitty, it's not going to go up in value. Another, I guess you could say, great example of that, Avalanche. Avalanche has great tech, but their tokenomics are shitty. They sold most of it to VCs, and they have lost all of the momentum that they had. Yeah, ICP and AVAX are not tokens that I would own unless they got really, really, really cheap. Cardano, I would honestly put in the same bucket. Cool tech, no momentum. I'm not planning on walking tomorrow. Nah, man. I'm going to be walking like John Wayne, if you know what I mean. So, ICP might be pumping now, but just be aware that Dfinity pays their node providers a US dollar denominated amount in ICP. So the lower the token goes, the higher the inflation. The one layer one that I own a lot of is INJ. INJ is a layer one that is optimized for finance. It kind of came out, I guess, during the bull market. It peaked at like $25. It's currently trading at $13. INJ has been the strongest performing altcoin in this bear market by far. My only regret is that I didn't buy more. I bought most of mine around $7. Like, man, the people who bought in 2022 to 2023, if they were able to scoop it around $2, they're sitting over 600% gains in a bear market. Crazy. INJ is definitely one to keep an eye on. Like I've been saying, you need to compare your altcoin to Bitcoin, because if your altcoin isn't outperforming Bitcoin, there's no point in owning it. The token has to capture value away from the ecosystem somehow. Not every token makes that a priority. I agree. And you could also even say that not every ecosystem needs a token. QNT is a great example. That project does not need a token, but it has one. Is that a good thing? I don't know. Is that a bad thing? I don't know. It's just interesting because people love to be like, oh, crypto's not securities, but they're securities. Like, if the value of the token is just proportional to the value of the protocol, you have a security. The publicly traded asset. The reason, do your own effing research on YouTube says, the reason INJ is capturing value is because the collateral for future trades is held in INJ. 100%. And that is a great mechanism. That is a great mechanism to ensure, I guess, steady demand. A great mechanism to maintain steady demand. I think the entire niche of perpetual exchanges like GMX, GNS, SNX, INJ, DYDX, I think that niche of projects hasn't fully experienced the pumpamentals that are coming for it yet. I'm very bullish on that entire niche. GMX, GNS, SNX, INJ, DYDX, level finance. Cali X2O says, if your altcoin isn't outperforming Bitcoin, it's not worth holding. It's true, man. I mean, like, because at the end of the day, Bitcoin, like, broad statement here, but Bitcoin is always going to be the least volatile crypto, right? Because if Bitcoin moves 10% down or up, altcoins are going to move significantly more than that. And if your altcoin isn't outperforming Bitcoin on the upside, there's no point to holding it, because all you're doing is you're exposing yourself to higher volatility risk. Oh, we got Steve.eth in the chat. What's up, homie? How we doing? Do your own research on YouTube says GMX finally woke up. Yeah, man, I'm bullish on GMX. I got a fat bag. I bought most of mine at around $20 and I've staked it since. I kind of regret not selling any near like $80, $90, but GMX is a sleeper, man. I'm very bullish on that project. And if you don't know what GMX is, do your own effing research. Mitchell Hines says, so learn. I use TradingView most of the time. What can you tell me about Velo? Not sure how I can use it to my advantage. Please give me some pointers. Yo, Mitch, let me know that you're still in the chat. And if you are, I'll do a quick Velo data tutorial. Good, DeFi Daddy. How are you doing in Mexico? I came back yesterday. I ended up ending my trip a little bit early. I wanted to get back to work. There was way too much alcohol, too much temptation in Mexico. I needed to get back to it. It was a good week away though. I've been, I spent like 3 weeks there, basically. It was like 2 weeks. I was back for like 5 days in Vancouver, and then I went back for another week, and now I'm ready to work. I'm dialed in. I got a brand new streaming setup. Come to Kick, YouTube, or Twitter, and you'll see the DSLR camera. Jules in Oz says, what is the level of Bitcoin dominance you think it enters the range to switch to alts? It's a good question. I think Bitcoin dominance is going to top out in between 58 and 60%. Between 58 and 60%. I think it's also important to know that just because Bitcoin dominance is rising, that doesn't mean Bitcoin is rising. Bitcoin dominance rises when alts suffer more than Bitcoin. Like we were saying with holding Bitcoin. So if Bitcoin falls 5% and most alts fall 10%, Bitcoin dominance rises. Right? Bitcoin dominance doesn't just rise when Bitcoin does well. It rises when alts do well, or when alts do poorly. Sorry. So I'm thinking Bitcoin dominance is going to range up towards 60%. And at that point, it really depends on the context. Like if the market still looks strong, if stocks are catching a bid, at that point I would rotate into alts. But personally, if you don't have exposure to these altcoins already, I would not be rushing into positions. I am pretty defensive right now. I have like fucking 40% of my net worth in money market funds. I am expecting a black swan. Good range, always a good indicator to get serious about alts. Yeah, Bitcoin dominance is great. There's another really useful tool. How do I calculate this again? There was a really useful... Oh, this is what it was. You take USDT.D plus USDC.D plus DAI.D divided by total. And so what that is going to tell you, so I just listed off a whole bunch of numbers and a whole bunch of letters, but effectively you take the market cap of Tether, you take the market cap of USDC, and you take the market cap of DAI, and then you divide it by total crypto market cap, and that is going to tell you stablecoin dominance. So when stablecoin dominance is rising, that means people are positioning more defensively. So a great indicator of that is when stablecoin dominance was rising between 2021 and 2022. That's when people were rotating into alts, right? They were taking profits off their positions, trimming them, and putting it into altcoins. And then since like mid 2022 until now, we've seen a significant markdown in stablecoin dominance, which tells us people are taking those stables and deploying them into crypto. DY, do your own research, says expecting a black swan, quite the paradox. It's true. It's true. It is a paradox. Yeah, probably contradictory even. Expecting a black swan. Mitchell is still in YouTube chat, so I'm going to do a quick breakdown on how to use Velo data. This is the most overwhelming part. So when you first open Velo data, the most useful tool I would say is the market feature. The market feature for Velo data. Let me zoom in here. I get tired from yapping so much. So the first thing that's really useful on the right hand side of your screen for Velo data, you're gonna want to go to top gainers. Mate, gotta go and interview someone. Thanks and see you later. Take care, Jules. I'm still waiting for the update on your project. I'm still waiting for the update. Give me some details sometime this week, okay? I'd love to hear about how you've been working hard. So Velo data. Take care, Jules. I appreciate you popping by. Velo data. This top gainer section is useful because you can basically pick out like what's moving in the market. So by looking at this, we know that BLZ is moving. We know that Gala is moving. We know that UNFI, Blur up 13%. These are the winners in the market in real time. At the same time, if you like shorting stuff, you can look at top losers. So we would know that SWE is down 3%, STX 2.5%. If you like playing the downside. But then you can also change this to 1 week. So for example, you would see that Fetch AI is up 58% in the week. INJ is up 50% in the week. These are the trending projects. These are the projects that have high relative strength. They are seeing appreciation and they are exhibiting positive growth. So if you were looking to, I guess you could say, day trade or play short-term narratives, you could use this Velo data website to basically make your watch list, right? Because it shows you Fetch is moving, Pepe is moving, INJ is moving. These are the projects that you would watch and keep on your watch list very closely. In addition, they also have specific layers. So for example, they have an area just for layer ones. So if you like trading layer ones, or you're wondering which ones are hot right now, well, INJ up 50% in a week. Phantom is up 20% in a week. Aptos, DOT, BNB. These are basically just different filters that you can use to see the winners and losers in real time. But right now, top gainers in the week, Fetch AI up 58%. So it's basically just a screening tool. The rest of this is pretty confusing if you don't know what all of this derivative data means. Also, people on TikTok, we're talking about Velo data. Beautiful website. Probably single-handedly the best crypto resource I have ever come across. And so basically you're just looking to find opportunities with Velo data. The other thing that you can do is you hop back over to the menu and then you can go to chart. And this basically just opens up something pretty similar to TradingView, right? Like you have your symbols over here that you can use to draw your fancy patterns. You can draw your rectangles to show your supports. It's basically just TradingView, but Velo data has a lot of custom indicators. So when you hit indicator, it's going to pull up some custom scripts. So the first one that we can talk about is open interest. Also, because I feel like this would be useful, I'll write a Twitter thread about this stuff because I think this would be useful. So make sure you follow the Twitter. Open interest is basically the net value of all of the derivative positions for a specific asset. So for example, this is saying there's 200,000 Bitcoin worth of positions, which is like 6 billion ish. And so what this tells us is that there is a lot of people assuming leverage on Bitcoin right now, right? There has been a major spike in open interest as the price has risen over the last, let's say, 24 hours. That means there is a lot of potential energy built into Bitcoin's price action right now. But open interest tells you that derivatives are taking positions. They don't tell you if they are long or if they are short, right? All we see is a dollar value. So what we can do is we can then look at aggregated funding rate. So if funding rate is green, along the bottom here, that means the market is biased long. Funding rate is the percentage difference between spot price and derivative price. Spot price and derivative price. It's a pretty confusing concept, but the easiest way to understand it is if funding rate is green, it means the market is biased long. The market is biased long. So, by logical extrapolation, if the market is biased long, that means we have the potential to squeeze down. If the price were to collapse, there would be a lot of trapped longs. There would be a lot of trapped longs if we were to see a sudden drop down. Funding rate is very complicated. I'd recommend looking into it because it is much more complicated than I am explaining it to be. But the easiest way to understand it, if it is green, the market is biased long, and longs have to pay shorts a premium. If it is red, shorts pay longs a premium. Does spot volume preclude perpetuals volume, or is it equal? So when you use this Velo data indicator suite, there's another one, aggregated spot volume. This averages across all the major exchanges. And spot volume is like, it's just spot. There's no derivative information included in this indicator. So let's say Bitcoin started to pump right now, right? We saw a crazy green candle. And when we looked at our indicators and it said that there was a big spike under the spot volume, that would give me confidence because it would mean people are buying spot, they're not buying derivatives, which usually has a higher tendency to do better. In the same note, if Bitcoin pumped and there is a massive green candle, but open interest rose at the same time, that would tell me we might be looking at a fake out. We might be looking at a fake out because it's derivatives taking positions and it's not spot taking positions. The last thing that's kind of useful to see the overall, actually there's two more things I'm going to talk about with Velo data. Liquidations is useful because you can see more directionality. Like if the market were to pump suddenly and the liquidation spiked. So if the market pumps upwards and liquidation spike, that means a lot of shorts had to cover their positions. So liquidations is another useful tool that is retroactive in nature, but can help provide directionality information. The last thing that I think is really useful is volume profile fixed range. There's lots of traders on TikTok like this. Crypto Glenn is one, and I believe Sleeps is another where they like this this indicator. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna zoom out a little bit just to make this easy to see. So what volume profile allows you to see is where the buyers and sellers are actually exiting and entering the market. Come on, cooperate. So you can see with this yellow and blue bar, right? That a lot of people have been trading near 34,000, and there is relative zones of illiquidity when you're trading closer to 35K and when you're trading closer to 33K. So the majority of this price action from a volume perspective has been happening in this region. And so when you see Bitcoin starting to trade above it, closer to 34.5, that tells you that you're dealing with thinner order books with lower price history. So kind of a recipe for an explosive move to the upside or to the downside. This volume profile, I would say, is much more useful on a macro level. So let me zoom out to like the 12-hour. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to draw another one, because this volume profile can help you identify support and resistance. Can help you identify supports and resistances. So I just drew it over here, but you can see that the most amount of volume and liquidity was traded near, let's say, 30K in this example. That tells you that 30K is a very important level when you're looking at it from a price history perspective. And hey, look, like there is hella volume traded, 30K, rejection. And then even over here, there was rejections. That would have been a great take profit that you could have forecasted if you use this volume profile. In addition, it would tell you that there was quite a bit of demand near this 26K level. Following that logic, you could use volume profile to help determine, hey, there was an opportunity to buy 26K. So volume profile, I would say, is quite useful for forecasting relative zones of illiquidity. Let me know if that was helpful at all, Mitchell, or if that was just rambling. I know I just said a lot of words that probably didn't mean a whole bunch. All right, I've been streaming for an hour and 48 minutes. I think I'll do another 12 minutes and then I'll call it. I'm telling you, this week is going to be volatile. I think there's going to be a lot of big moves in both the stock market and the crypto market. That's what I'm thinking. I think this week's gonna get pretty crazy. Mitchell says that was great. I appreciate that. If you follow the Twitter, Mitchell, or the X, I think I'm gonna start a series of threads talking about how to use Velo data to I want to get a sponsorship by them because I believe in their product so much. There is nothing in the crypto ecosystem that uses there's no resource in the crypto ecosystem that is as useful as Velo data. There's not. The weekly candle just printed. We got a brand new weekly. Check it out on stream. Absolutely monster of a candle. That is our first double-digit candle in a very long time, I think. Just kidding. Last week's was 10%. This week's green candle was closed at 14.8%. Absolute monster. Last week's weekly candle was 10.4%. Absolute green dildo. Do your own effing research says, did you used to be a school teacher? No, sir. I have never been a school teacher in my life. I used to go to university. I mean, I graduated. I have a bachelor's degree in science. I used to want to go to medical school. Once upon a time, I wanted to be a doctor. Once upon a time. I got my bachelor's of science in immunology. So a lot of like virology, bacteriology. I did some vaccine research. This was from 2014 to 2018. 2014 to 2018, I got my bachelor's degree in immunology. It was at the same time I was trying to get into medical school. I didn't get into medical school, and then crypto happened. And it was the kind of thing where I had to think hard about what I wanted to do for the rest of my life. And now I'm here. From then until now, I learned how to program. I got into quantitative finance, fund advisory, and I wouldn't change my life for anything. I wouldn't change my life. That's the thing, man. Like, shit happens, but it's really important just to stay on the same path for extended periods of time. You don't know that you can't do something until you actually try. And you can't expect to succeed in something overnight. Do your own effing research says you explain things like you want people to understand. It's because I do want people to understand. I actually want to be helpful. That's the thing. I want to be as helpful as I can. I want to be as helpful as I can to as many people as possible. That is why I don't charge for anything that I do. I have a Discord community full of hundreds of hours of resources and videos that me and my business partner Keith have made. I don't charge for anything. I just want to help. Fundamentally, that's my mantra. Yo, what up, Stop Loss? How we doing, my friend? If you want, come through kick.com, YouTube, or Twitter, and you get to see my my pretty face with the DSLR camera. Right now we are long. Oh, one sec. DSLR camera just shut off. I need to figure out how this thing works, man. Right now it is smarter than me, that's for sure. What's that button? There we go. Sadly, people will think you're doing the opposite when you are genuine, heading to YouTube. Thank you so much, Stop Loss. Yeah, it's actually unfortunate that this niche has so many scammers, so many griefers, and so many people that just want to extract as much money from their community as possible that you can't trust people's motives. That's what sucks about crypto, man. There's so many nefarious actors in this space. Quick check on RLB. Oh, got liquidated. Got liquidated on RLB. That's okay. We're about to make it all back. We're entering with bigger size and higher leverage. Let's see what happens, baby. Shake and bake. Shake and bake, baby. Yeah, I don't know, man. It's the kind of thing where there's so many griefers in this space. There's so many griefers that charge like $50 a month, $100 a month, whatever it may be. And what they're providing, A, is financial advice, and B, is very introductory surface level info that services a specific narrative. Especially when you're helping someone that's misinformed, others think you're their crew. Ain't that called a revenge trade? Hell yeah, Tillerman. That actually is exactly what it's called. But hey, we're up right now. We're up. We take it. 4%. We got a Pumperino. Make it all back. That's the thing. When I do these, because I'm trading on Rollbit with like this aggressively high leverage, I take pretty small positions. That's the thing with high leverage, you have to go very small positions and you're looking for opportunities of asymmetric risk reward. Asymmetric risk reward. But you're right. That is a revenge trade. Especially when you're helping someone that's misinformed. Others think you're their crew. I'm not sure what you mean, Stop Loss. I'm not sure what you mean. You explain things like you want people to understand. Do your own effing research on YouTube. Cali XTO. Did you sell self-learn? Did you sell self-learn? I think Cali XTO in the YouTube is trying to say, did you self-learn? If so, what is the best way to self-learn? YouTube? I did self-learn. Pretty much, I mean, I have bought a lot of courses, signals, and other stuff. In fact, I mean, between me and just about everyone else in this chat, I have paid for pretty much everyone's signals group. And I just observe. I'm an observer. I'm a fly on a wall. It is a business expense to me. And it is really entertaining. It is really entertaining to see how some of these people behave. I'm not going to say any names because that wouldn't be very nice. But what I am saying is that if they offer signals or they have a course or a membership or whatever it may be, I'm watching. In terms of how I learned, I earned my stripes in the Forex market. I earned my stripes trading crypto in 2 bull markets. And I also love to read. I don't really watch too much YouTube. I read a lot of books and experience on the job, I guess you could say. Yo, stop loss. If you click the link on my bio of this page and then scroll down to the bottom, there's like a little YouTube button. And if you click it, you'll get taken directly to it. You should, anyways. Yo, also, we're 1 follower away from 420 followers. That's epic. On Twitter. We're 1 follower away from 420. So stop loss. Link in bio, scroll to the bottom. You're there. You can be that guy. That would be deep value. If anyone wants to follow any of the social medias, link in bio, scroll to the bottom, click the link. It'll take you right there. Let's see. Oh, this roll bit long is not going as anticipated. It is not going as anticipated. Chat. That's okay. Let's look. Roll bit. Sorry, my BTC long on roll bit is not going as anticipated, but my much larger long on the roll bit token is going well. So it's okay. It's okay. It'll all be okay. It will all be okay. I like day trading low float penny stocks on pre-market because it's more of a defined time range and catalyst based, and you can just abandon if it's bad. Yeah, I agree. For a while, I was an absolute degenerate for trading gold and silver mining companies. Pretty similar idea because they're super low float, and also because you could forecast the moves based on the CFDs for gold and silver. That was kind of a trading style I had for a while, is that I would look at the gold and silver CFDs, especially if when they open Sunday afternoon, and then when the low float companies open on Monday, I would make some moves. Mitchell Hines says, learn. I am loving Velo. I'm telling you, Velo data is unbelievable. It's unbelievable. It is probably the best free platform you can get in the crypto space, without a doubt. Okay. The BTC long is starting to swing my way. We like that. Sorry, I'm just eating some banana bread. My girl made some banana bread and sheesh. God damn. It's got me acting up. Okay, 420 on Twitter. No way. Oh shit, let's go. Yo, the big 420 on Twitter. That's unbelievable. We gotta show it on stream. That's big time. That's big time. 420 on Twitter. You know what I'm doing as soon as this stream ends? Yo, I'm curious. If anyone on the YouTube or Twitter streams can tell me what this means. If you can tell me what this means, I'll give you a gift. I'm gonna type it in chat on TikTok. Let's see, wait, can I even type in this? Comment. If anyone in chat can tell me what this means, I'll give you a gift. I'm gonna type it in TikTok so it's fair. Tell me what that means and you'll get a gift. If anyone can tell me what this means, I've got it zoomed in all the way on the Twitter and YouTube and blah 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 streams and TikTok. If you can tell me what those words means, float bracket, INF bracket. If you can tell me what that means, you'll get a gift. Without Googling. Looks like no answers. No answers. Nobody knows what it means. Float INF is how you represent the concept. Oh. Even Tillerman says he Googles it and he doesn't know. Float bracket INF is how you represent the concept of infinity in Python. It effectively means you have a variable with no upper bound. But because infinity can be both positive or negative, you can't represent it as an integer, so you can't say int bracket INF. You have to say float bracket INF. I was going to say it had to do with Python. Nailed it. Exactly. Dude, Python is unbelievable, man. Definitely my favorite language. Definitely my favorite language. Does anyone else write Python? Mitchell says it acts as an unbounded upper value for comparison. Yo, I'm gonna Google float INF. And Mitchell. Yeah, you copy and pasted that from the Stack Overflow. That's not organic, Mitchell. You had to Google that. You copy and pasted it. Stop Loss says taking lessons soon. There's a really good course. I'll type it in chat. It's there's 100 days of Python course on a website called Udemy. I'll type it in chat. It is really good for learning Python. Really good. That's how I learned. Thought I was half smart until I got into crypto like another language. That's with all things, man, right? Like you come in at a surface level and you're like, okay, I'm doing all right. And then once you start diving a little bit deeper, you're like, what the fuck? Mitchell says yes. At least you admit it, Mitchell. At least you admit it. Some SQL, Stata, SAS, but not Python. Ready to learn. Yo, Callie, I'll 100 days of Python. I just sent a message with a good course on Python in the YouTube chat. It's called 100 Days of Python and it's on Udemy. Oh, typing that link takes me to an error page on YouTube. Oh, you're right. It does. What is my YouTube link? View your channel. Oh, you're right. I need to come up with a better system for that. I wonder. Let's see, Stop Loss. What happens when you click the YouTube link? Yeah, if you click the YouTube link on the link in my bio, it'll take you to the YouTube. I'm just gonna use the bathroom again. I will be right back. Maybe it's maybe it's Lincoln Bio. Oh, you're right. You're right, stop loss. Check the link in bio on my Twitter. That should work. I kind of rushed into the stream because I just got back from Mexico yesterday. I definitely didn't take the correct amount of time to get all the links set up and the funneling. That one takes you to TikTok. What? I am doing the Mooch course. All right. If anyone has any more questions or things they want me to go over, more than happy to. But if not, I think I'm going to end it pretty soon. We have been live for 2 hours and 7 minutes. 2 hours and 7 minutes. So if anyone has anything that they want me to go over, more than happy to. More than happy to. And we'll see. If the market's spicy tomorrow morning, like if we have a big pump with the Asia Open like we're expecting, because I think the market's going to pump after midnight PST, there will be a morning stream. There will be a morning stream, 6 a.m. But if it's a little bit of a slower start, then I'll probably wait a day. It really just depends. If anyone has any wrapping, finishing... Oh, do your own effing research says power. P-O-W-R. You know the deal though, do your own research. Shill me on power. Shill me on power. What's the deal? What's the project? Oh, this price action looks fucking terrible. What is going on here? It's barely listed on any exchange. How did you find this? What am I looking at? Do your own research. Oh my god. Is this a new project? The price action looks crazy, bro. The price action looks crazy. Price action is crazy. I don't really know much about this. Let's see. Power on. It's called Power Ledger. The operating system of new markets, the power behind new energy. Power Ledger develops software solutions for the tracking, tracing, and trading of reliable energy. We believe in the democratization of energy for a sustainable future. There's Power Ledger clients. Cool. Green tech, blockchain, hand in hand, handshake emoji, handshake emoji. Oh, stop loss. Welcome to YouTube, my friend. You made it. You made it. Yeah, I don't know. This power token has the fucking pumpamentals, but goddamn, that chart is messy. Goddamn. Alrighty, chat. I think we're gonna be ending the. Oh. Something to do with energy and carbon credits? Yeah, that was the vibe I got. Mitchell, you said you told us on Dark Horse Live? What did I tell you on Dark Horse Live? Yo, stop loss, while I have your attention, check out Velo Data. There's this website. If you go to the markets tab, you can see the top gainers over like a 1 hour, 4 hour, 1 day, 1 week time frame. And that allows you to find the winners or losers in real time, so you can identify a better watch list for short-term plays. Very useful website. Very useful website. Holy shit, if you go long on AXS, you get paid 34% on an annual basis. God damn. Funding rate is a crazy arbitrage opportunity. Maybe we'll talk about that one day. Yo, chat, would we be interested in maybe live programming sessions? Would we be interested in live programming? Because that could be something we could do. That's like a lot more niche of a kind of content though. A lot more niche of content. Yeah, the tokens that I'm watching most closely for short-term opportunities, BLZ, XRP, Gala, and RLB. Of course INJ, but INJ has been going up only. Moodle Chorus Block 511. I have no idea what that is. I got no idea what that is. Oh, was that the course that Gary Gensler taught? Alright, we're ending the stream in 2 minutes. Time for final comments before we wind her down. I need to go outside. I barely touched grass today. Alright, chat. Thank you for coming by. That was the first stream of many that are coming now that I have this high quality setup. I hope you all have a great Sunday. Just to reiterate, I think this week is going to be very spicy. My bias is to the downside, but given that historically over the last 14 days, Monday has been green, I think we are going to see some Asian bids overnight. And I think whatever happens on Monday is going to set context for the rest of the week. So I appreciate each and every one of you for coming through over the last 2 hours and 13 minutes. It's been a great time. I'm going to shut down TikTok first. Take care. All right. Thank you so much, everyone in the chat, for coming through. I really appreciate it. That was a great session. Make sure you follow the Twitter, follow the YouTube. We're going to be doing these regularly, and I'd like to help as many people as I can, so I would really appreciate it if each and every one of you kept on coming back. Thank you all. Take care.